Now the muscles of the movable parts of the upper limb, which is the humerus muscles, the ulnar, the radial, and the palmar. There are three groups of muscles. There are brachial, antebrachial, and palmar, which is carpi. What is the meaning of each one of them? First of thing, the brachial. Brachial is the humerus, is the arm. Okay, this is the humerus. And the antebrachial is the ulna with radia. Okay, and the carpi, which is the palm. Let's go first to the brachial part, which is the humerus muscles. The brachial parts has two types of muscles, anterior group and posterior group. The anterior group are the flexors. The posterior group are the extensors. So let's start uh, looking at the flexors, which is the anterior group. The anterior group is, we start by biceps. Biceps. This muscle is called biceps, and it is originated from the coracoid process, as we know, at the top of the scapula, and goes like this. And also it has another head, originates from the superior tubercle of the glenoid, which is here. Here, glenoid inside. We all know where is the glenoid in the scapula. Superior part goes like this. So biceps is the first muscle, which has two heads. The first of one is the short head. The second one is the long head. The short head originates from the coracoid process. It goes like this. The long head originates from the superior part of the glenoid. Okay, it goes like this, and it enters the cavity of the humerus joint, like this. Continues here, and this one small thing is called the tendinous sheath that houses the tendon itself. And after all of this, they come in the center and fuse, making one muscle. They inserted, first insertion will be on the ulnar radial tuberosity, radial tuberosity, which is in this bone, will be under these muscles here. This will go to the tuberosity of the ulna. We all know here's the tuberosity of the ulna. Okay, so the first insertion will be in the ulna of the tuberosity of the radia. Sorry, not the ulna, radia. Okay, tuberosity of the radia. The second insertion will be on the antebrachial fascia. Here's the antebrachia, as we know. Okay, and it has fascia, which is the ulna and the radia. The biceps will make some muscular aponeurosis, which will be inserted on the fascia of the antebrachial part. So this is the biceps, short head, long head, insertion from the coracoid origin from the coracoid process and the superior tubercle of the glenoid, and these muscles, it will go here making the long head. Then they will join, will insert into the tuberosity of the radia and the fascia of the antebrachial part. The second muscle is coracoid brachial muscle. What is the meaning of this name? Coracoid brachial muscle. Coracoid is due to this coracoid process, and brachial to the brachial part. So the muscle that is located between the coracoid and brachial, coracobrachial muscle, which is this one. As we see, first these two tendons of the coracobrachial and the short head of the biceps will be joined. Then they will be separated. So the short head of the biceps and the coracobrachial muscle will originate from the same point, but they will be separated later by some fascias. The insertion of the coracobrachial muscle will be at the middle part of the humerus. Now, the third muscle of the